안녕하세요. 이제 내일 부분 또 읽고 가도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 17과가 끝나서요. 18과래요. 18장 Chapter 18 96, 97, 98, 99 100까지 넘어가네요. 여기까지 Day 32 하고 가보겠습니다. 자, 요거를 하고 나서 공유를 해야겠네요. 자, 미리 요거를요. 그러면은 단톡방에 한번 공유를 하고 많으셨습니다. 낭독 방송하고 갈게요. 예습낭독 하고 갈게요. 네. 자, 그러면 시작해 보도록 하겠습니다. 이제 읽어볼게요. Chapter 18 Down the Chocolate River. Off we go, cried Mr. Wonka. Hurry up, everybody. Follow me to the next room. And please don't worry about Augustus Gloop. He's bound to come out in the wash. They always do. We shall have to make the next part of the journey by boat. Here she comes. Look. A steamy mist was rising up now from the great warm chocolate river, and out of the mist there appeared suddenly a most fantastic pink boat. It was a large open rowboat with a tall front and a tall back, like a Viking boat of old. And it was of such a shining, sparkling, glistening pink color that the whole thing looked as though it were made of bright pink glass. There were many oars on either side of it. And as the boat came closer, the watchers on the riverbank could see that the oars were being pulled by masses of Loompa Loompa, at least 10 of them to each oar. 계속 나오는데요. 발음을 한번 확인해 봐야 될 것 같아요. Oar 맞네요. Oar. A pole with a flat blade. 네, 요거는 네, 자, 내일 같이 보도록 하겠습니다. Each oar. This is my private yacht, cried Mr. Wonka, beaming with pleasure. I made her by hollowing out an enormous boiled sweet. Isn't she beautiful? See how she comes cutting through the river. The gleaming pink boiled sweet boat glided up the river bank. 100 Oompa Loompas rested on their oars and started up at the visitors. Then suddenly, for some reason best known to themselves, they all burst into shrieks of laughter. What's so funny? Asked Violet Brigade. Oh, don't worry about them, cried Mr. Wonka. They're always laughing. They think everything's a colossal joke. Jump into the boat, all of you. Come on, hurry up. As soon as everyone was safely in, the Oompa Loompas pushed the boat away from the bank and began to row swiftly downriver. Hey there, Mike TV, shouted Mr. Wonka. Please do not lick the boat with your tongue. It's only make it sticky. 오, 그림에 보니까 움팔룸파들이 엄청 많이 앉아 있습니다. Daddy, said Veruca Salt, I want a boat like this. I want you to buy me a big pink boiled sweet boat exactly like Mr. Wonka's. And I want lots of Oompa Loompas to row me about. And I want a chocolate river. And I want. She wants a good kick in the pants, whispered Grandpa Joe to Charlie. The old man was sitting in the back of the boat and little Charlie Bucket was right beside him. Charlie was holding tightly onto his grandfather's bony old hand. He was in a whirl of excitement. Everything that he had seen so far, the great chocolate river, the waterfall, the huge sucking pipes, the candy meadows, the Oompa Loompas, the beautiful pink boat, And most of all, Mr. Willy Wonka himself had been so astonishing that he began to wonder whether there could possibly be any more astonishment left. Where were they going now? What were they going to see? And what in the world was going to happen in the next room? Isn't it marvelous? Said Grandpa Joe, grinning at Charlie. Charlie nodded and smiled up at the old man. Suddenly, Mr. Wonka, who was sitting on Charlie's other side, reached down into the bottom of the boat, picked up a large mug, dipped it into the river, filled it with chocolate, and handed it to Charlie. Drink this, he said. It will do you good. You looked starved to death. Then Mr. Wonka filled a second mug and gave it to Grandpa Joe. You too, he said. You look like a skeleton. What's the matter? Hasn't there been anything to eat in your house lately? Not much, said Grandpa Joe. Charlie put the mug to his lips, and as the rich, warm, creamy chocolate ran down his throat into his empty tummy, his whole body from head to toe began to tingle with pleasure, and a feeling of intense happiness spread over him. You like it? Asked Mr. Wonka. Oh, it's wonderful, Charlie said Grandpa Joe, smacking his lips. It's because it's been mixed by waterfall, Mr. Wonka told him. The boat sped on down the river. The river was getting narrower. There was some kind of a dark tunnel ahead, a great round tunnel that looked like an enormous pipe, and the river was running right into the tunnel. 네, 여기까지가 내일 읽는 부분이고요. 네, 같이 보면서 내일 또 같이 얘기를 나눠보도록 하겠습니다. 여기에서 인사드릴게요.